heaven's sake, stop doing squats until you watch this entire video. Lee Weiland, Pac-Rimian Athletics, and welcome to training. This is why squats are done, to build basic leg strength or big glutes or some other narrow-minded reason, or bragging rights. There's even a million memes floating around saying, don't skip leg day, or me after leg day, stairs after leg day. Like people are proud of the fact that they can't walk for 2 days after training legs. I used to be in that camp too, but really, legs should fire like pistons and strike like a bullwhip and be capable of that every day. Now, were squats bad? Nope. Should you stop completely? Perhaps, but more on that in a sec. But depends on what level you're at and what your goals are. I warn you though, it will require an open mind. It's a folly to answer before hearing fully or testing completely. Proverbs 18:3. And in this discussion, I'll explain why you should consider dumping squats, pun, and some powerful alternatives from our Powerbatics training. Plus, I'll show you what our students use all the time, kids, teens, and adults, from beginner all the way to advanced. And they've got kangaroo cyborg level legs. The number one reason to stop doing squats, they're not as functional as you think. Hear me out. I think especially in today's culture, there's a tendency to become unbalanced. And I think big education, social media, big pharma, big food, and big fitness have a lot to do with it. There's a lot of misconceptions. And when it comes to training legs, for example, it's like people think big hostile legs provide more strength or power, or that squats are the only way to keep your health in check, or that they're just required for working out like an idol of fitness, when quite the opposite is true. First, small people regularly squat double or triple what most big people do in the gym. These lightweight competitive powerlifters have insane body weight to strength ratios, which is the ultimate ideal, not bovine glutes. The more out of balance a person gets, the more cons they will have to deal with. It's just how nature is designed. Now, legs shouldn't resemble cement trucks. Such a goal destroys cardiovascular endurance. It destroys medium range performance, and it destroys joints and even overall health in the long run. And so does heavy lifting underneath a barbell. It's not even my words, it's hundreds of prospects coming to us for help, even former competitive and professional level. The risk to reward ratio is extremely low. People are blowing out backs, knees, and all the rest, even using good form, because you eventually hit a limit, and that limit often arises without warning. Ideally, legs should be like bamboo. Light, fast, powerful, and unbreakable. Bamboo can be used to build buildings or as a weapon like a spear. One way to achieve this is pushing explosively and using natural methods. Jumps, drops, and vaults are best, just like we did when we were children. We didn't need anyone to teach us, 1 John 2:27. It's just present within us because we are human. Me and my students don't use weights. We all use jumps, running, vaulting, drops. They build the legs to handle forces upwards of 3 to 10 times body weight, which is far superior than a squat. That's thousands of pounds of force on depth jumps. I found it interesting when I heard Yoel Romero didn't use weights. And I've known for a long time that professional parkour freerunners, Shaolin monks, and other legends don't use weights either. High metabolism is maintained and power is built. This goes all the way back to old Russian track and field training. Huge depth jumps and rebounds off the ground. Imagine if we continued playing like this as kids, but for decades of progression. How strong and skilled would we be? And all of that begins with simply running, jumping, vaulting, and rolling. Basics of human movement. And if you need help restoring that, just shoot my team a message. But don't mistake media for a master. Get one, listen, and implement. Number 2 reason to dump squats, they're limiting. They have value, but they're not the only thing under the sun. And they're not even the best thing. There's so much more than people know. And you can be stronger than you realize, all without doing a single squat. Let's imagine we're doing a typical week of working out. Monday is chest, Tuesday is bis and tris, as we're leading up to the impending leg day. Don't do anything to ruin leg day as it approaches. And then afterwards, you can't walk for 2 or 3 days. That's typical fitness mentality, especially in the bodybuilding world. This completely and repetitively, week after week, destroys any potential for growth and development of the human being. Week after week, bigger, sure. Maybe more weight on the bar, sure. But no more coordination, no more agility, no more dexterity, no more skill. Instead, do this. Go for a 3-hour hike. Next day, go snowboard or skateboard, even if your legs are sore. Next day, go swim laps. Yep, even if your legs are sore. And then next day, yeah, even if your legs are sore, go do a vault workout like we do at Pac-Rimian Athletics for the free run element of Powerbatics. 25 different vaults back to back to back, and then keep going day after day. That is going beyond working out. That's even going beyond training. And you know I make a distinction between just fitness workouts and training. It's living life. You will adapt. You will get stronger, more skilled, and enjoy more than a person who doesn't miss a leg day. Now, number 3 reason you gotta let the squats go, you've been doing them wrong. You'll understand what I mean in a sec. A squat is defined as sitting or crouching with the heels touching the butt. The squat is a resting position. It is also a position of flexibility. Again, you don't need to teach a child how to squat. They have better form than the best lifters in the world. And so do people who regularly squat in life, from waiting on the bus to working out in the field. The squat exercise is actually 2 pieces, crouching and standing. Then we add weight to these 2 movements and call it a squat and market the heck out of it, when in reality, it's just the way the body is designed to work. You wanna know the absolute best weighted squat? A frog drop. A simple jump from a hip height box to a squat position is real life and will put more load on your hips, knees, and ankles than a squat you perform with 2 times your body weight. Barbell weights, Smith machines, and leg presses are not real life. Lifting awkward objects requiring flexibility, unexpected forces, impacts, and jumps are very much so part of real life. Look at this skateboarder jumping off a flight of stairs. Watch this snowboarder handling this huge drop. See one of our students doing a huge flip. Watch this person rucking down the side of a mountain. And let's look in detail at this gainer off a block taller than me landing in a squat position. But all in all, if you really love doing squats, keep doing it because it's your passion. I went through phases in life where I did them. In one particular phase of my life, I did training that I referred to as hybrid fit. And one of my favorite workouts from this phase included 5 rounds of a ladder up in weight on heavy squats coupled with 5 muscle ups. But it's only something I did for maybe a few months here or there. And that's the final note I want to leave you with. Heavy squats may have some importance, but I firmly believe after 30 years of training and building over 5,000 ninjas that they are not nearly as important as people, and especially big fitness, make them out to be. You don't use a hammer for every task. The more variety in life, the more you grow, the more you enjoy, and the stronger you become. See you in the next video and in training soon.